In this video, we're going to be replacing the throttle on the Apollo Air. The tools you'll need for a throttle replacement are a battery drill. We use a 7.2 volt battery drill. You're going to also need a 2.5, 3, and a 4 millimeter Allen key or hex key. We're going to be using a Phillips head screwdriver, 1 millimeter flush cutters, also a 3 and a 4 millimeter bit. So first things first, make sure this opening is aligned all together. Then you're going to pull your brake line out like this, pull your lever, and you want to remove from the bottom. We can just leave that be for now. We then want to remove these two screws here. Take your 4 millimeter hex key, put them to the side. We then want to pull the handlebars off the stem and disconnect your main cable. Next up, we're going to remove this little grub screw here. Take a 2 millimeter hex key. Make sure to not lose this little piece. We're going to put it aside for now. Then you're going to flip this up. Take a 2.5 millimeter hex key. We're going to remove our light. As you can see, the light comes out. We're now going to flip our handlebars upside down. As you can see, two screws right here. Going to take a Phillips head screwdriver. We can now remove our handlebar screw. We take our 3 millimeter hex key to start it off, and we can remove the rest with a drill and a 3 millimeter bit. We're now going to pull this out just for safety. We can now take our Phillips screw head and gently push our PCB screen out. As you can see here, pull this out. We will then identify our throttle cable right here. Then we take flush cutters to cut the little heat shield. We can then pull this out like so, and then pull the handle out. Next up, we take our handle. We're going to remove this little piece of rubber here, so we can just pull this right out. This is going to stay here. Then we have our little screw. We're going to take 3 millimeter hex key and unscrew it completely. We can then remove the throttle right off the handlebars, like so. We'll then take our new throttle, put it on our handlebar. So we'll make sure to align the little groove with your insert. Gently push. Here we go. We're then going to take our screw, 3 millimeter Allen key. Make sure to screw it in relatively tight. Make sure it doesn't move. This should be good. We will now reinsert our little rubber. This might take some time to get it just right. There we go. And now we're ready to reinstall this on our handlebars. We will then feed our throttle cable through the main handlebar. Then insert this piece back in. Make sure to align your holes at the bottom here and reconnect your two wires like this. We can then put all of our wires back through and close the display. We then take this wire, make sure it goes to the bottom, like so. Make sure you still have your light wire here, as we're gonna reinstall the headlight. Take our headlight, plug it in here. once more. Then take our screw, reinstall it here. Take our 2.5mm Allen key and screw it back in. We can now take our last screw and screw it back into the handlebar. We want to make sure to tighten this relatively tight because we don't want a handlebar falling off while riding, and that should do it. Back to the scooter now, we will pull our main power cable out of the stem. We will match arrow to arrow like this. We can now push this cable back down and reinstall the handlebars on the scooter. We will then put back our 2 screws. I'm going to use a drill and a 4mm bit. Make sure to not strip your 2 screws. Then I'm going to take a 4mm Allen key and tighten it properly. There we go. Then we're going to flip the scooter over. So last thing to do here is reinstall the brake line. Pull this here. Put this through. Make sure your wire goes through this little groove. Then going to feed our wire in the opening. And finally tighten this like so. And with that, you've completed a throttle replacement on an Apollo Air.